Lunchtime, everybody. Welcome into Best Ball on Call. We got the lunch break stream for you. Whatever you guys want to do, I can get down with. I think we'll probably just, because I'm going to be kind of short on time, 20-second schnauzer. Anyone that wants to jump in, feel free to do so. Waiting on one, you better hurry. Not much room for anybody. So if you'd like to do a 20 schnauzer, we're going to be ripping one and then going back to work real quick here. Guess I should log into my best ball overlay. Do that. Seems good. Waiting on one. I can't believe these aren't filling real quick right now. I say that should be pretty quick. Wow, there's the biggest boomer cursor there. Ain't it on the screen? I'm going to change that. Let's see what we got here. Anybody in here? Philly Special 1. None of our usual crew, but I'm sure somebody will stumble on in here. Oh, did I get an Influencer 101? Didn't even notice that. Who should I take first? Ja'Marr Chase? Sure, seems good. Well, that's probably what we'll be doing. I don't have much of a case for anything else. Unless I can think of a good reason or somebody can give me a good reason to take somebody else. I don't think I have one. So in 15 seconds, just going to click Ja'Marr Chase and go on with the draft so I can get back to work. Is this? Let me know if that fan is too loud, if anybody's watching and can hear that. I'm not sure how loud that fan is in the background, but we're taking Ja'Marr Chase. Sorry about the delay. I didn't realize draft started. Jeez, what was going on there? That was a bit ridiculous. I'll leave the board up for the viewing audience since I will be picking for a minute. I'm all the way on the turn. See if anybody's doing anything crazy here. Oh, a little bit of a break today. Not as hot as it's been. Yesterday wasn't too bad, but last couple I think next week we're going to be in the 90s, but it's like what? Pretty tolerable here right now. It is. Where did my screen go? What was that about? I don't understand what was going on there. A little bit of lag. I don't know why my connection does not look the hottest when I'm hardwired. That's always interesting. Either way, let's see what's going on here. Jahmyr Gibbs, Ashton Jeanty, all the 4 running backs in the first 7 picks, huh? I guess that's not terrible, but Jeanty getting pushed up, McCaffrey right after that. So we drafting like boomers today. Everybody taking running backs early. Christian McCaffrey, Puka Nacua. I feel like you get some good combos picking at the back half because you're going to end up with some sort of, I was going to say Nico Collins and BTJ, but wow, these people getting some good value over here. Neighbors and Collins and Amon-Ra BTJ probably. Oh, unless somebody wants to get back into the running backs. Puka and BTJ seems okay if you want it. Trying to figure out what was going on with my connection there. It was a little weird. Not really a fan of when the connection speed slows down and I'm hardwired. Not really sure why that would be a thing. Brian Thomas, A.J. Brown, Ladd McConkey. Room starving for wide receivers after that first round. Brock Bowers makes it a little bit further back. Pairs him up with Gibbs. Don't hate it. Josh Jacobs making his way up into the first round. Seems like he's been on a little bit of a rise lately. Him and Bucky both been making their way up there. I mean, I do have Trey McBride if I want to just take the stack. Got an idea what I might do depending on what the guy in the 2-hole does. He takes Garrett Wilson. Rashee Rice and Trey McBride, welcome to the team. That's how we're going to do that early. No running backs early. We're going to let them wrap around the corner. Get into our Week 17 game there, and we have Kyler and Joe Burrow as potential quarterbacks so far. Also, Mahomes sneaky with Rashee Rice there. He's been working his way up. ADP is 24. I took him at 24 on the dot. Seems good. I guess you get your Rashee Rice shares right now. Well, you can. So I guess might as well just queue up what's in here. Those two for right now. I could look at Connor and Kyler. And then whatever Chiefs I feel like. Worthy, Mahomes, maybe Pacheco, Kelsey. Keep them there. Think about it. Just because I'm going to be kind of crunched for time here. Worthy, if he makes it back, maybe. I doubt it. Yeah, we know where we're at. Really, Xavier Worthy is the only one I'll even consider early. Yeah, that's fine. Leaving everybody out of the queue. I know where we're at. It's just a matter of you push Burrow or not, which I probably will. Josh Allen all the way here at 29. Maybe just wanted a different texture. Teams wanted an elite quarterback, perhaps below the elite quarterback range in his exposures, and wanted to lift him up some, reach up and get a Josh Allen. JMO jumps up here to pair with Amon-Ra. Achane and Breece Hall seems good. Ted McMillan seems like a good deal there. This guy 4 wide receiver start. Pretty good. Will I be taking running back when it comes back to my turn? Possibly. The way it goes right now, I might be taking 2. I'll probably push Burrow because I've still got Mahomes. But then after that, I'll have to start thinking about what I would like to do. Jalen Hurts goes here. That's a little early for him. So you're not stacking that. Went 1 after the A.J. Brown drafter. Xavier Worthy at Amari and Hampton goes there. Was that Xavier Worthy at 45 and Hampton at 46? See what the guy in the 2-hole does here, and I'll make our decision. He goes Devontae Smith. I'll be taking George Kittle for one of them. Who's my other one, though? Probably R.J. Harvey. Yeah, I like R.J. Harvey because he's got the Kansas City Week 16. Sure, let's do it like that. And go back to the board. I went with a double. I don't rarely do the double elite tight end thing, but I'm going to do it once. Done at tight end. They got 2 different bye weeks, Trey McBride and Kittle. It's a lot of capital to spend there early. But if one of them's hitting the flex, that's kind of interesting, right? And I'm not worried Joe Burrow comes back or he doesn't. I know that the T. Higgins drafter here could take him here, or he could get him on the way back. Not hurt my feelings. I can play a quarterback game later. I wanted to try a double elite from the left side because I felt like it was a good time to do it. Got McBride to fall down in the 3rd. Got Rashee Rice on top of it. Pieces of good offenses. I leave myself open to all the quarterbacks. Burrow. Mahomes. Bo Nix. Those are all just ones to think about currently. I suppose if I wanted to, I also have Kyler and Purdy. And we'll just see who's there at value when it makes it there, or who I feel like I can push and maybe get back. There's all the quarterbacks we are looking for. Kyler actually did jump Bo Nix. I figured he would. Maybe he was ahead of him and I just didn't notice it. So we'll see if Burrow makes it back. Maybe take him. If not, maybe take Mahomes there. We'll see. I could push it around a while. Burrow goes over here with the Lamar Jackson. Okay. I get it, but seems kind of thin. Maybe that's just me. So now we're looking at one of our other quarterbacks, but I don't know which one yet. But I will make elite quarterback a little bit better if I can. I think I might have to get Kyler here since this guy took 2. Might make Kyler a little bit better. Could go Kyler Mahomes. Could go Kyler Bo Nix. I might have to think about who my second team will be here. Was really torn on the double elite tight end. I rarely do that, but I felt like it was a decent time to try it. Give me the hit him with the gritty special, right? And I'm just not touching the quarterbacks right now. I do have James Conner for the week 17 if he makes it back. That'd probably be interesting. I do not want to follow behind at wide receiver, though. Got a tight end and running back out of the way, though, early, so not the end of the world. I'll be able to play around with this. Matthew Golden goes there. James Conner goes a pick before him. That's definitely who I was eyeing up. I'll take Ricky Pearsall here. It's a little interesting of a pick. Ricky Pearsall keeps me in that game. Then I'll decide, do I need the quarterback now? Probably not. So if we're not going to take the quarterback now, let's take DeAndre Swift and send it back. So we've got 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, no quarterback yet. But we've got options. We're going to have to see who lets it come back, though, because we're going to be thin once it gets there. Looking at pack 96, so maybe Kyler makes it back. We might have to make a play on Bo Nix or Purdy. We also have Caleb if we really want to pile on there with DeAndre Swift. Which if I have to stab 2 of them on the corner, then that's what I got to do here to get my 2 quarterbacks. It's kind of how I built the team already. Probably had that muted for a minute. What I was saying there was that the wide receiver bye week split the tight end bye weeks pretty well outside of Kittle and Pearsall, so should get some good coverage if one of them hits the flex there. That was what I was thinking there. Darnell Mooney and Stephon Diggs here looking for late quarterbacks. He might be looking for his other quarterback with Jalen Hurts. If the quarterbacks would get pushed back down here to the 8-9 turn, that would be favorable for me. Realistically, I'm probably getting one of them. Might have to take the second one just to get my 2. Yeah, it's because I was an idiot and left it muted for a second. I got you, JT. I caught my transgressions in the middle of them. It was muted for a second. I'm good at hitting the button. I'm good at hitting the button when I need to mute it. I'm bad at remembering to unmute it when I need to do that. Deebo Samuel and Isaiah Pacheco at the corner. I'm waiting to see which of these quarterbacks will come back. Currently, my build is a 0-2-3-2. RJ Harvey, DeAndre Swift, Jamar Chase, Rashee Rice, Ricky Pearsall, Trey McBride, George Kittle. Double tap the elite tight end, something I rarely do, but I wanted to give it a shot. Figured a 20-second schnauzer, a good time to do it when you're on the left side of the board. From the one spot, too, because you figure a lot of people are probably pairing up, McBride with Chase or something. I've got a little bit different ways to play it. Who of the quarterbacks makes it back? Does Mahomes make it all the way back? I've got the worthy drafter in here somewhere. He's right here. Might not make it past him. He does have other quarterbacks, though. But that would probably be his first one to stack. So I might want to get Brock Purdy and Caleb here, even though they'll be ahead of ADP if they get there. It's kind of on what this drafter does right here. If he takes Rashee Rice, then I'm not taking him. But in the event that he doesn't, how are their bye weeks? 10. They're all different bye weeks. Mahomes is who I was thinking he was going to take there. So Mahomes is out of the question. I might double tap. Kyler goes there, so I couldn't get Kyler there. That's what I was hoping to do. I think give me Bo Nix. Week 12 pairs him up with RJ Harvey. And do I take Caleb or Brock Purdy here? That's interesting, huh? I suppose since I have two Niners, I'll take Brock Purdy and make that the bet. So Bo Nix, Brock Purdy. I got Brock Purdy double stacked with Ricky Pearsall and George Kittle. Bo Nix stacked with RJ Harvey. Probably done at quarterback too, and I might fill out these positions, but we'll see how it goes. Little behind at wide receiver, but with a double elite tight end, I figure I'm filling some bye weeks along the way. Don't hate it. Was just looking at a BBM team I drafted with someone a couple of weeks ago. We took it Rice at 33. Those were the days. I thought, I don't know if I can take him much past the 2-3 turn. I feel like if I get him at 24, I'm probably taking him, but I don't know that I'll reach and take him at 23. I was kind of thinking that yesterday too. I had some big board teams where I had Rashee Rice around where JMO and Tet went in this draft. And looking at that, so much harder to take him at 24 when you were getting him at 40 earlier. Just a different bet you're making. But it's also Rashee Rice, and we've seen the ceiling out of him, and reports are he's ready for camp. So tied to Patrick Mahomes seems like a good piece of something to have. I guess I'm in that game now too. I have the bring back with Rashee Rice as well for the Denver game. I also have DeAndre Swift for the bring back in the 49ers game with Purdy. So we did a little bit there. I'm not really tied into, I can basically hammer running backs and wide receivers the rest of the draft if I want to. If I see, maybe a late third quarterback if I jump down and get some of the other ones, but I have no need to touch tight end. And actually, you would hope the way this team sets up that one of them hits the flex. It's kind of the way it's built out. I guess what I'll probably do is just watch my bye weeks and see if I can fill wide receivers in around the other ones. I guess who else would I have? Marvin Mims, Pat Bryant probably to look at. And as far as the 49ers, Garendo, because I don't have CMC. Maybe Demarcus Robinson late if I want to fill out the bet, but we'll keep that in the bank. Those are the people that are kind of interesting. Any of the Chiefs too, I guess, because Hollywood probably the only one soon that I would think about. Be like pick 120 when it gets back. I could actually, when it got back there, take Marvin Mims and Hollywood Brown. Wouldn't be the worst thing ever. I was worried. Luther Burden was the next one I was thinking about if he was going to go with any other pieces of the Chicago game that I can get back. Colston Loveland, I guess. Roshan. No, I have Swift, so I don't want Roshan. Loveland Komet ones to think about. Loading up the queue with people I'd be interested in when they get here. The Rashi Rice at the turn, pretty tough pill. I feel like I'll take him anytime he falls into the 2-3, but I'm probably not reaching up to take him in the second anywhere. By ADP, Marvin Mims probably the pick. I could take Bashal Tutin, but I feel like what I really want to do here is catch up at wide receiver. I think I will take the two that are in the queue that I have loaded up right there. A little bit of a reach on both of them. Mims I'll take for sure with Bo Nix. Hollywood's the one I got to think about. Is there anybody else I like better than that? I don't believe so. No, it would be Bashal Tutin, but I still feel like I should just stay in my lane with my wide receivers, and they're both stacked up, so just take them. Or Hollywood's not stacked up, but he's a bring back in the game with Bo Nix. That's why I feel like you take those two there. Limit the number of things you got to get right. 2-2-5-2. We're back to about caught up at wide receiver, given the double elite tight end start. See what running backs make it back. And I think that's where we'll be. Team seems all right. Got DeAndre Swift for the bring back, and if he's a big piece of the Bears offense, Purdy with what should be his younger piece, and Kittle being what he is, Bo Nix with his rookie running back, and the big play weapon from last year. Seems okay. Don't know how much I like Hollywood Brown really, but I could also, I guess, think about Jalen Royals there and Brashard Smith late in that bring back. Just to have other ways into that game. Just other people to keep in my train of thought here. And then I could look at like week 16 correlations and stuff coming back for running backs, wide receivers. Not playing the quarterback game really. So anybody over here, you're pretty safe right now with what you're doing. Guess if anything, I could tack on a late Jalen Milroe or one of the Giants quarterbacks or something if I felt like it. But I feel pretty good about these two quarterbacks. I just leave it there. Curious to see how Colston Loveland pans out compared to Cole Kmet, given Loveland's injury history and how he's been this year. I took a lot of him in the big board. I was like 20% Colston Loveland in the big board. Don't know how much that's going to matter, though. Isaac Garendo, probably a good pick if he makes it back here when you need running backs. What else is correlated? Not much in there. Tank Bigsby, I guess, for the Denver game if I want him. Do I reach up for Pat Bryant? Yeah. He probably won't make it back. Might be what I have to do there. Take Garendo and Pat Bryant. Or do I take two running backs? Try to catch up here. Garendo correlates. Don't know that anybody else really does in this range. Tank Bigsby, I guess, would with the Denver game. Garendo will definitely be the first pick. Yeah, it's going to be Garendo and Trey Benson. I'm going to get back in my running backs. They're all split up on the buys. This could probably be a 5 or 6 running back build. But I think that's good enough because I have Benson for the contingent upside. Also, the bring back for Jamar Chase there. Yeah, that seems all right. Currently a 2-4-5-2 build. Bo Nix with RJ Harvey, Marvin Mims, Brock Purdy with Isaac Guerrero, Ricky Pearsall, George Kittle. We got bringbacks in week 17. Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown for the Denver game. DeAndre Swift for the 49ers game. Back to the board for the viewing audience. I think my bet is made at tight end. I don't see tacking on a third being worth it with these two. I think we'll just keep it like that and pile on. I'm thinking probably this might be probably a 6 running back, 8 receiver build. I think that would be right. Cover a lot of outs that way. And it might just take some ADP values coming back and try and cover some people if I can get to the playoff weeks. Because I feel like the team is pretty well built out. You got 3 decent running backs and a fourth, a contingent one for the Cardinals game. 2 good wide receivers and then other spike week guys that you're thinking. But with your tight ends, one of them's probably hitting the flex most weeks. Pat Bryant would be nice to get back here. I could always tack on Jalen Royals or something in those bring back games or some of the other Denver pieces late if I feel like piling onto the Bo Nix bet. Pretty well correlated, though, I think, about this team, how it should be from where I was picking. If you see any mistakes I made or something you think I should have done differently, let me know. I'm always willing to have the eyes open to the observations of others. Geno Smith and Wan'Dale Robinson. Question is, down here, are you guys going to let Pat Bryant come back to me? It'd be the best if you did. That will definitely be one of my picks if he's there. It's rough that Roshan's there and I already took DeAndre Swift, huh? Pat Bryant will be one. Who would be the next one? Maybe. Okay, so Pat Bryant goes there. Who do I want? Probably Jalen Wright because of the Cincy bring back in week 16. Let's do that. Pat Bryant after ADP. Jalen Wright at ADP. Seems good. 2562. Team seems all right. Jalen Wright, you also have a contingent play for the bring back in the Jamar Chase week 16 game versus Miami. Now I'm at 5 running backs, 2 that you feel fairly good about, 3 that you're hoping get rolls. I still think we can get to 2-6-8-2. That'd probably be the optimal build here. We'll see how it falls back to us. I think that's a good, where I'm at's probably all right, though. Have to see as far as correlation, what I feel like piling on when and where, as far as, a team bet or a bring back, but see if we can tie it all together pretty quick. Firing this off. Well, I'm on my lunch break, so not much planning, not much going on outside of sit down, draft a team, see what the room gives you. But you get to learn a lot about stuff this way too. See some intricacies of the draft boards and where people reach and whatnot. Nick Chubb's been moving up a little bit. He was down around 200. You see him in like the 170s, 180s now. Got Devon Vele and JC. You get some good correlation pieces in here. You can start to see where some of your week 16, 17 games might matter. Definitely one of the more lighter running back builds I've built in a while. RJ Harvey, the main one, and then DeAndre Swift is my RB2. Yeah, that's going to have to be a 6 running back build, I think. Maybe even 7. 2 tight ends for sure, but we'll see how the rest of it goes. Mason Taylor up to 184. Did he pair him? Oh, he did pair him with Justin Fields at least. Okay, I was curious if that was the case. None of the running backs that I was worried about getting taken got taken in there. DJ Giddens would be one for the San Fran bring back if he makes it, for sure. I don't have Jonathan Taylor, do I? No, so that's good. Man, Jalen Royal seems like he'd be a good, but that's a little bit far down the ADP. Maybe Diami Brown? Could be. This could be DJ Giddens and Diami Brown, huh? Seems good for where you're at with the correlation. So, yeah, if that happens, that's what I'll be doing. Those both seem good for where you're at, right? Denver bring back. Sure. Let's do that. 2672. Got some bringbacks in the Denver game. Jacksonville in week 16. Kansas City in week 17. I got both Hollywood Brown and Rashee Rice come back in that game. DeAndre Swift in the bringback for the 49ers game. I think we set this up all right. Probably another wide receiver on the last build since we didn't really take a ton of capital early. It could be a running back or a wide receiver. Wouldn't care about either one. It will be the last pick in the draft. So whatever somebody's going to give us here is what we'll be taking. Jalen Coker's been falling quite a bit where you can get him in the 17th round. Now he used to go up here in like the 15th. Should this be another late wide receiver? Probably. I could take Devon Vele there and get the last piece of the. That's kind of interesting, like the actual Cortland Sutton fade. I like Jalen Royals there too. I think this should be a wide receiver based on capital and whatnot. Troy Franklin also interesting. Probably lower owned. Troy Franklin might be a good piece to take there. Olamide Zaccheaus for a bring back in the Chicago game, maybe. Not sure how I should do it yet. We'll think about this last pick. Terrence Ferguson, Monangai, bunch of late tight ends. Should probably be a wide receiver. I think Jalen Royals there just because we could play a shootout. Do we want to play that game at Denver? I don't know how much I like that. Anthony Richardson's also interesting there for the bring back in San Francisco. But I think this should be a 8 wide receiver build. AD Mitchell in the San Fran game. Did he just go right there? Of course, right when I go to click him, huh? Jalen Royals. What about, this is an interesting spot here. Both the Indy quarterbacks are there, and I do have DJ Giddens. I kind of like Troy Franklin there just because I feel like he might be lower owned. Nah, you already have 2 of the Denver wide receivers. Who should I just try and cover here? What about Amari Cooper? That could be a good one. The very last pick, where could he possibly go that would help us? Yeah, I don't know if what I think about this last pick. Could scroll a ways. See who's hanging out down here. Elijah Mitchell, Demarcus Robinson. Boy, does it get poopy down here, don't it? It's going to be a wide receiver. I just don't know which one. Dante Thornton there. Xavier Restrepo. Tutu Atwell. It might be Mari Cooper just for the wild card pick. Last pick. I could deal with that. Don't know where he's going to play yet, but it's another out. He could retire even. I've got some pretty good correlation going already where I'm not too worried about it. And I'm have my bets made kind of wide receiver. I'm just covering someone if I take him. In the event that it lets me take him. No? Do I not get to pick? What's going on here? Oh, we're just done with it. Thanks, underdog. Appreciate you. Let's see. The team. Bo Nix, Brock Purdy, RJ Harvey, DeAndre Swift, Isaac Garendo, Trey Benson, Jalen Wright, DJ Giddens, Jamar Chase, Rashi Rice, Ricky Pearsall, Marvin Mims, Hollywood Brown, Pat Bryant, Diami Brown, Amari Cooper, the tack on pick at the end. Double elite tight end, Trey McBride and George Kittle. Not something I do very often, but figure it was worth a shot. See what happens. 12, I guess we'll do the date first. 06/20. Let's try this again. 12:47, time of the draft. Think that's going to be it for my lunch break. Thanks for tuning in, everyone that did. Appreciate you checking out the lunch break edition of Best Ball on Call. Do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to see if I can do these on my lunch whenever I get a chance to. If not, I'll just randomly fire them off at some time during the night or the morning. Whenever I have free time, I will be doing it. You're free to join, like and sub, and you can do everything I said. Have a great day, everyone, and we will see you soon. Take care.